Yeah. Drinks are flowing. That weird, crazy laugh-around starting. Yeah, you kept going. It's gonna be that kind of night. I don't think I can walk. Get up here. Just feel it out. I can't even do it anymore. It works.
When Angelina is fire flow, she's so fun. She's literally my entertainment.
When I lose the ball, I feel like I lose my child. They've been dancing on stage. Jenny, when I get home, clean up and shower and everything like that.
Welcome, you guys. I think we gotta go back home now. It's Sunday dinner time. Dean is coming, and of course, my husband Ellie's coming. So we gotta do that.
Hey, come on with that? Oh, you guys don't wanna watch that. Oh, you're gonna go try it? Like always. I love that Mark thinks he's gonna be the chaperone, and he has Angelina Nicole. That is like the blind leading the blind.
I got been for the last 48 hours.
Sign my book on your ready? We're going. Go check on your girl.
Right now, being on tour, I have some serious FOMO. I'm missing out on what my roommates are up to at the house. I think my man Vinny misses me, and I think Nicole's probably spiraling in front.
Viral Squad is killing it. I used to come here back in the day, and I always used to play with the band, and I'm still playing with the band, but now I'm like more mature about things. So that's where I got my bruise.
Check, please.
Spiral Squad out.
It is. I got it. See? Simple. Simple, easy. Easy fix. Hey, there we go. Can you all hear me now? Hear me now? Can you 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 hear me now? All right. Now we're back to business. All right, just to live you starting all over. What's up, everybody? Zodiac here. Don't forget, hit that like, share, and that subscribe button. But anyway, we've got we went to Riviera Beach. I'm working on that video. I've got the body cam footage from Melbourne Beach, working on that video. I'm also working on a Port Canaveral video, and it's more of an update towards the response that we've been getting from the Melbourne Beach video. Just to let you know, as of right now, 100%, it is lawful for us to open carry at Port Canaveral. I'm getting that from a bunch of people that I have that are, I can say that they are definitely lawyers. They are saying that as of now, they're looking into every aspect of it, but as of right now, and what I have seen, we're good to go. But this is one of those touchy subjects, and I didn't pick this place because it was a touchy subject. I picked this place because it was a pier right on the ocean, and there was a rocket launch and all that good stuff. So I picked this place mainly because of location, not because of the, I guess the, however you want to call it, the secureness of the place or whatever the fact may be. But we are good to go, period. Unless something changes, so make sure that you subscribe and you hear any updates about this. I will get that video. Riviera Beach, that video I'm hoping maybe in the next, I'm hoping by Friday. I did have to do a little editing, not so much editing, just cleaning up the color on the video. I had it a little bit overexposed, so I'm working on that. So that does take time when you overexpose anything, and it always sucks. So like you said, there was a bunch of audio. I've had my Bluetooth on, so that's probably what happened. Let's see, we're going. Audio's no good. Yes, better, sir. Yeah, louder. Hey, Solo. Eric Hughes here. Thank you for coming in. Solo. Cop 350ZX is here. Angel, like I said, he's here. Remember, Red Spectrum's here. And, yeah, Rogue. I actually enjoyed hanging out with Rogue that one day that we hung out, and we're gonna hopefully get back in with James Madison Audens. I don't know if he's here, but I actually had a good time. It was actually interesting to see the two different spectrums. So it's actually pretty cool. But I do have a lot of videos. This video is gonna be pretty short. I just got a kind of like a different camera, not a new camera, but a different one. So this one I'll probably be using more for my live stuff, just because the quality and the resolution is going to be a lot better. I still have to do some adjustments, as you can see, like the way it's set up on my little tripod. I want it like this, but as of right now, because of the looseness, I can't get it set. So besides that, like I said, Port Canaveral, I've got Port Canaveral video, another video. I've got the Riviera Beach video, and I've got the Melbourne Beach body cam video. That one's coming as well. And that just reminded me, I have to call Miami Beach today about my records request that they still haven't gotten to me, and it's been almost a month. Once again, it seems like they just like to, I don't know if they just like pushing off stuff that they don't want to give out because it kind of makes them look like bad people, but not giving up that information as a public records request is kind of making me look like a bad person, because all I do is just record it and then I make it public out here on YouTube. So it's sometimes better just to, do your job. And just to let you know about these public records from Miami, we went in June 22nd, and I took a little walk on the beach, and I heard there were some 911 calls and da 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 da, and I believe there's some body cam footage. So I'm requesting most of that, but the price they came back at me with was $1,000. They wanted to charge me $1,000 for the public records request of 911 calls for about 3 to 4 hours of anything that happened that day, and then any body cam footage. And I mean, I guess $1,000 for me seems a little steep. So I'm not really sure what's going on. President Trump says, "What's up, son?" And chilling, man. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming in. We've got Pierre Hemstrom from Sweden. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for coming in. Invictus Media, he's always here and he's always doing good work. So get to his channel. All these guys, if they're doing any kind of good work, get there onto their channel so that you can check it out. And let's start supporting each other, because we're all out there we're all trying to do the right thing, and hold people accountable for when they violate our rights. And me personally, I don't go out looking for police. I just understand that if you're carrying a firearm openly, you're probably going to get a phone call, and I get it. I'm not saying those people are zealous. They're just unfamiliar with that law, so they see people walking with, not even me. I don't carry an AR-15. I carry a 15-22, but it looks like an AR-15, so they think it's an AR-15. With people I've been with, they do carry AR-15s, PS90s. I mean, you name we carry rifles. And I get why people would call the police. I understand it. I'm not criticizing them. It's about how the police react, or how they show up in the process of us, and the law enforcement go through. Long as there's no civil rights violated, I have no issues with police. I understand they have a hard job. They deal with a lot of worse criminals than a bunch of fishermen trying to go out and express a right. So I understand it. I mean, you show up, you come talk to us for a second, realize we're going fishing. All right, guys, enjoy your fishing day. Enjoy it. Have a good day. And that's how it should be. But, and that's the education part that I'm really trying to get out there, is that, for most part, if you see somebody fishing, they're probably not out there trying to do a bad thing. Obviously, watch them. I mean, from what I understood in Melbourne, they sat there and watched us fish on the beach for almost an hour, then they left. So it's not like we were out there bothering people. It's that, anybody had questions, we talked to them. We try to explain to people about what's going on with their gun rights, and how they're trying to pass more unconstitutional laws that are just stripping our rights. The 22,000 that are already on the books isn't good enough, so they just want to keep creating more keep creating more just to strip us. And I'm gonna fight. If you want to come out there and fight with me, I appreciate it. I would love to have you. Um, I have been talking with Open Carry Texas. I've talked with CJ Grisham. I've talked with David Ahmad, and they've been giving me a lot more information. They're like, you're out there doing a great thing, by yourself, and they're like, that's it, it's amazing. But they have been saying as you get more noticed and so forth, it's not so much better to do it by yourself. So I am going to be trying to, as I'm coming to areas, I'm going to start trying to reach out to people and saying, hey, if you would like to come out, obviously I'll probably be doing videos saying, hey, I'm coming, don't forget, I'm coming to Tampa. Tampa's coming. That one's coming towards the end of the month. So for all you Tampa people, if you don't know my email address to get in touch with me, it's soloyacker2@gmail.com. So hit me up. Let me know that if you're interested on coming out with me to Tampa when I do come over to that area. I would gladly love to have you there, and we will go out and express our rights to the fullest. So, Memo Red Spectrum says, hit that like button, y'all. Please hit that like button. Definitely share this. I will be on here for probably about another 20 minutes. So if you want to get your friends in here, shoot them a link. Say, hey, get on here. We're just talking about what's going on and how what we're trying to do in these upcoming months, because we do have a lot of great stuff coming up. We have Port Canaveral coming. We've got Biketoberfest in Daytona Beach. That one's going to be amazing. There's probably going to be 20 to 30,000 people just hanging around Main Street Bridge and around that area, and that one's going to be an amazing time. Yeah, shut up, cat. Let's see. Invictus says, I'm in the stream and Rogue Nation at the same time. Man, I wish I would have known Rogue was already going live, because I would have let him do his thing instead of trying to strip people in both directions, because I like Rogue, man. He's a good guy. We got Nicholas Vaders from, he's from Canada, Newfoundland, Canada. What's up? How you doing? We got Muddler Scully says, hello, Solo Yacker. What's up, brother? How are you? And thank you for coming in. CB says, $1,000, laugh out loud. I lost a court yesterday on SASO. But moving on to the next step, and it's going to be a long process, CV. I mean, just because you lose one battle doesn't mean you're not going to win the war. We've got Memory Decipher. He says, hey, Solo, what's up, brother? Free and AZ2A Advocate says, AZ in the house. And I love AZ. Maricopa County, I was born there on the Air Force Base. Kind of traveled around until I landed in the Florida area when I was like 7. So I traveled around the country, and I've been to Japan, Germany, probably about 13 different states before I actually landed in Florida. So I've been around a little bit, but I was born in Maricopa, but I call myself a Floridian because I've lived only in Florida my whole life pretty much. Jim Harkin says, where's the cat? She is bouncing around. She is in heat again, and I just can't seem to find a cat to get her pregnant. That's unfortunate. I want little kittens, but I do have a baby, so we're actually thinking about going ahead and just getting her, I guess, spaded so that we don't have any more issues. Mother Scully says, Soliaker, thank you for what you do. God bless you, and thank you. I'm just one person trying to make a difference, and for you and for everybody that's watched, I appreciate every one of you, because I mean, I was gonna do this just like I was doing the fishing stuff before, and I'll keep doing it. I mean, if people want to watch, people will watch. If people don't want to watch, hey, it's okay. I'm okay with it. But for some reason, everybody seems to enjoy watching a lot of these open carry videos, so I'm gonna keep going and incorporating the fishing. So and that's half of it. But lately, I've been trying to get out there and do more fishing, and especially late at night, 2, 3 in the morning. Explore Ram says, pet the damn cat already. Yeah, I try to. The more I pet her, the more rambunctious and more attention she wants. Is your cat's friend with JMA's cat? No, I wish, because I would love them to get pregnant so she would just shut up so I can get the baby kitties and have another one. I love little kittens. They're so cute. Com350Z says Tampa is #1 for hepatitis A, so I'm not going to Tampa right now because I do have a child and she can't be protected from that right now. So or at least I mean yeah for the most part. So I may just skip over Tampa. I'll come south or north of it. Um, I'm just trying not to get anybody sick. Don't need none of that bull stuff. Um, Nicholas Vader says, if you give up your rights, the government will absorb them, and it has happened plenty before, happening as we speak, and will continue to happen. Yeah, if you do not fight for your rights, and you don't make it seem like you care about what they're trying to take away from you, they will take it away from you. And that's the great thing that we're starting to see is that, these 2A communities are really starting to stand up in force, and they're starting to reach out amongst each other to get together as a group and start fighting back. I mean, we've got an uphill battle between Moms Demand Action, March of Our Lives kind of died out, but ban assault weapons now kind of spawned up. So we've got serious issues that are still being funded by Bloomberg and all these other anti-gun. We've got, I think, still, what's his name? He dropped out of the Democratic debate, but we've still got all 19 or 20 or however many there are that are all still screaming the same thing, that they want to strip our gun rights. They do not care about our rights right now, and that's the scary part on the Democratic side is they do not care. And if we I mean, you can be part of that Democratic Party and still own guns, but if you vote for that part, you will not have guns. I mean, even on the Democratic side, they're gonna, they're screaming mandatory buybacks on just about everything. I mean, it's scary. It is truly, utterly scary what they are trying to, and they are not scared to say it now. They are public eye saying, yep, I agree with a full confiscation. Yep, the AR-15, it needs to go. So the more we listen to all that, the more we're really gonna be fighting. Memo Red Spectrum says, on your own channel, I've been following him for a minute. One of our lawyers, he actually told me to watch his channel to see how he has become more eloquent, because I guess when he first started, he was a little harsh, but he's learned to kind of calm himself down. I won't say he's calmed down, but he just got more educated. And if you look at my video from the Miami incident almost a year and a half ago to where I am now, I feel I've changed tenfold, and it has taken a process, and it takes a lot of restraint, especially for me, because I am at times I don't take people's crap. You want to give it to me, I can give it right back to you, and it's not in. If we do that as the gun community when we're expressing our rights, it makes us look like we're the bad people, like we're the ones just trying to be the aggressors, or the F-bomb this and the F-bomb that, and that's really not who I try to portray, and that's what I'm trying to do now. And I'm trying to be just a more understanding, a more respectful type of person towards law enforcement, because it is hard, and I get what they're doing, but the second I hear it, and I ask, like you see in the Melbourne, I said, am I detained? And he wants my information. I'm like, well, under duress, I'm going to give it because you're saying I'm detained. I'm not. And he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I'm like, look, I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I'm just trying to fish. You want to try to get all this information, I'm going to make it, and I'm putting it on video so that after that point, I'm going to reach out, and I'm going to try to go through formal complaints and a lot of other stuff that's going to make that one officer or that department, and I'm not trying to, that's kind of the only way to hold them responsible is to actually document their mess ups. And thankfully in Melbourne it didn't escalate. It was going that route, but the one Sergeant Kino, I believe his name was, he de-escalated it and said, yes, you're doing nothing wrong, you're going fishing, have a good day, and we walked away. And if you can, I'm not telling you to, after I talked to the chief, she kindly asked me to, if you could possibly stop calling, that'd be great. But once again, I don't have issues with people calling. I don't ask you to call. I don't want anybody calling. It's just, you know, I feel for this department because it is such a, it's not like your normal departments. There's not that many people in it. So, Muller Scully, thank you for that $5, brother. I appreciate it. God bless you. Yeah, cats. I like cats because they're. It's not that dogs aren't great. I've had a golden lab and I've had a little chihuahua. And I mean, for the most part, dogs are they're loyal, obedient, and they're great dogs are great. Cats are a little more independent, and I see myself more of a cat than I do of a dog. But it is what it is. I mean, you could be a cat lover, dog lover. It doesn't really, no judgment here. I don't care. Um, Newfoundland. Newfoundland. Thank you, Nicholas Vetter. You know, I'm sorry, it's the American thing. I mean, I look at it and I try to say it how we would say it, but thank you. Um, Eugene Weber says the Marine is dying. The Marine is dying to have. This Marine is dying to have you ask officers if they swore an oath and they say yes, I did. Then they ask them to name them, and if they can't, how do they know they aren't in violation? You know, and I've never really pushed that one. I don't really, you know, this is just my aspect of it. I think they understand that they did take an oath. I sometimes don't think they realize that they're infringing on that oath as they're going through the process. They're just trying to gain information out of a situation, and you know, that's how they get caught, and that's, you know, that's how a lot of them are. They start saying things, and that's why sometimes they say the certain things that make them look like they're really silly. That they, oops, I shouldn't have said that, and you know, these are things that they really need to, you know, really focus on. You know, that's what I would tell them. It's like, you know, I'm gonna try to be. I mean, I can't speak for everybody. I will try to do my best to be as professional as I can. Try to go through the process of you not violating my rights. That's the process I'm going to go through. Their process should be almost the same. I'm going to try to follow my oath. I'm going to try to see what this guy's doing. If he is in violation, I can go through the process and arrest that person. But for us, we're 90% of the time we're never in violation, and we're just doing the right thing, and that's when they usually make those mistakes. So we're gonna, guys. I just saw James Madison. He just got into the conversation, and welcome up, Eggman Eggs. He says howdy howdy, thumbs up. Memo Red Spectrum says exercise your right and take rights away. Yeah, we don't exercise rights, they will take them away. That's absolutely right. Rick D says you can get a concealed weapons license in Massachusetts. I know I could get mine here. I just can't afford it right now. And you know something, that's a big thing. Like I know people that do own firearms, and they're like, you know, it costs a couple $100s for us down here in Florida between getting the class and paying the government for a right that we already have. You know, that's the part that I don't believe in. And if I can get elected as a politician, I will be screaming for constitutional carry here. I mean, it should be screamed across the board, across every state. But you know, especially here in Florida, where I can have some kind of effect on what we have and what we don't have, I would definitely, if you're from here, vote for me, and I'm going to push for it. You know, it's going to be an uphill battle because we are in such a downhill slope right now, that trying to go back up a hill that there's just so many people fighting against it. We all need to stand together to fight for it back, and keep the ones we still do have. Dave Blakeney says, amazing from state to state, or rather, what party is in control. I live in an open carry state, and we exercise rights, and we never have any problems. And same thing with memory deciphering. I mean, he's in Tennessee, and I believe they do allow rifles to be open carried in Tennessee, but for the most part, people don't carry rifles in Tennessee. You know, they're out there carrying handguns, and for us here in Florida, we have to kind of make it a point to show that whether it's a rifle or a handgun, those are people's rights. Those are their choices to carry. You can't say, oh, it should just be handguns. It should just be this. No. Your right to bear arms is indiscriminate on what type. And that's, at the beginning when I first started, I was like, oh, we don't need to carry it. But then I started realizing that if you say it's just, oh, it's only handguns, well, what about the guy that doesn't have one? How do you restrict his right to open carry if he's only got a rifle? And I've slowly, in that over a year and a half, I've understood that a right is a right, whether it's handgun, rifle, bazooka, whatever you can lawfully carry is your right, and you should not be restricted in any way, shape, or form. So, and I hope I'm not sounding like a complete idiot, but I try not to. We've got James waving at, or Angel's waving at James Figueroa, or Angel Figueroa is waving at James. Later, brother. Enjoy that basketball. We're gonna try to catch up real quick. We've got Jay Love. Hey man, what? You got bit by a wiener dog, man? I would have kicked that dog. Oh man, how many stitches? I think he said it was almost 20 stitches from a dog. Man, I hope it wasn't a family member's dog, man. I hope it was some random person and you got their name and all that good stuff. James Madison's reminding me there is an open carry gathering up in Fernandina Beach. I will try to get that link. Cop 350Z, if you're still watching, I need you to put a link of that gathering in here, so that people that are up there, if you hadn't heard, if you heard about the father and the son that were attacked and beaten while they were fishing up in Fernandina Beach, and this is a prime example why we need to protect ourselves while we fish, because it's not even a remote area. This is a very beautiful, nice, like public. It's a state park, and I will tell you right now that if that was to ever happen to me, my wife, and my daughter while we were fishing, these are prime examples why you need to be able to protect yourself. I mean, whether under the statute 79025 section 3 subsection H, you can conceal or you can open carry. We as a group, we open carry to bring forth the open carry. We want open carry here in Florida, but for that family, the father and son, they could have very well just concealed their firearm, and if that would have happened, they would have had something to protect themselves instead of getting beaten. They both ended up in the hospital. It's just a tragic and horrible thing that just proves that evil people are out there, and you don't know where they're at. They don't care. They see, at that time, obviously, the father and son must have been by themselves, nobody around, and they saw an opportunity to rob them and stole all their stuff. And which is, I mean, what kind? That's the problem. That's why people defend themselves. That's why we are out there pushing for constitutional carry. Crucial. Constitutional allows you to carry openly, concealed, and any gun you want. Period. No questions asked. Yeah, Cop 350Z, get that link in here, brother. I need that link so people know where to go. Just to let you know, man, I tried to get the day off, man. I couldn't get the day off. I tried to pay upwards of $30 for a guy to just switch with me. I was like, just switch with me, Friday for Saturday. And he just said no, and I couldn't get the time off. I almost felt like quitting, but I remembered that I have responsibilities. If I was being paid by Bloomberg, hey Bloomberg, if you want to send me some money, I've got PayPal, I've got a Patreon. You can send me some money through Patreon, all that good stuff. And I would love to take your money and just use it to go out and express my rights and to go see the mommies. So, really trying to catch up, man. You guys are really getting me chatted up today. And I appreciate it. I love the fact that we're actually having a talk and we're all going back and forth. And I hope you guys are talking to each other and following each other. And if you haven't hit that like bell, don't forget to hit that like bell. James Madison, he says, hey, what's up to CB? Blah, blah, blah. Onair is a cop, laugh out loud. Free speech is for government, not, Memo Red Spectrum says, free speech is for government, not citizens. I'm not sure if you're asking him a question or not. Invictus says, CB, thanks bro, I appreciate you watching his videos. James Madison says, I'm fed up with lies. Yeah, me too. I'm always fed up with lies. I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm catching the back end of this, guys. So I'll let y'all keep going. And once again, I don't even monitor. I really don't try to moderate anything that's said on my channel. Me personally, I prefer you guys not to say, oh, kill a cop or anything like that. That's just completely wrong in every way, shape, or form. So I denounce any of that. But it's freedom of speech, and how you feel is how you feel. I personally, I would never do that. It's just, you know, I try to respect everybody as a person. There's good cops and bad cops, and some just seem to want to try to assert authority on people when they have no leg to stand on. So it's a real tough situation. Um, yeah, I'm really not sure what's going on. You guys, calm down a little bit. Thanks, bro. I appreciate the support. Americans are idiots. Um, okay, bro. Now, like, I'm just gonna have to, something. Uh, I'm gonna have to put you on timeout, Mr. Onair, something, whatever. Um, if you're gonna say Americans are idiots, I'm not sure where you're from. I think you said you might have been from Sweden. You know, keep your keep you over there and stay over there because we really don't want you over here. So good luck, buddy. Good luck with your endeavors and all that good stuff. I'm gonna just spell it. It's HOENIRCANUTE. If you want, go to his page and check him out and see if he's got any content and let him know. He said that Americans are idiots. I don't know the context. There was a bunch of other stuff, but the second that you say Americans are idiots, you just lost all my respect because something. America is the greatest country, and your country has idiots too, bro, and probably has a lot per capita. You're probably a higher percentage bunch of idiots than we are. So goodbye. Goodbye. Me, Nicholas Vader says, meanwhile in Canada, guy firebombs buddy next door, homeowner shoots a tree, goes to jail for trying to protect his property, and that's just crazy. I know that even in Canada, I'm not. I know you guys can possess firearms, but your second. I don't know if you guys have like kind of like a Second Amendment type of thing, but I hear it's really restricted up there as well. Memory Decipher, don't worry, I got rid of him. Um, Alright, Mr. Rasmus has got to watch that allows premise, my friend. The Constitution doesn't allow us to do anything. Instead, it admits we have the right to do it. And you're right. Sometimes I guess it's just the way I say it. Um, I don't mean it to say it in that way, but it is a right, and that's our right. We can't. Your right is the right to bear arms. There's no questions, no nothing about it. Rick D says evolutionists are racist for telling African Americans they are descendants from monkeys. And everybody can go back and forth. There's the scientists, there's the religion half. I mean, everybody has their way of life and how it all grew, but still something created a single organism cell. And the second we can figure out, was it science that created it or was it God? That one's going to be the one that proves everything. Something had to create that cell for things to get started. I don't know what it was. So yes, maybe there was an evolution with human beings as it grew, but to sit there and say that black people only descended from monkeys is just racist 100%. I mean, there was an evolution. There weren't, as it started, humans weren't here from the beginning. It was an evolution of something that happened. I'm not supporting one side or the other. I'm just saying something happened from start to finish, and there was a start, and that's where the God comes in. God created something that evolved everything into what it is. So, yeah. Mr. Rass, Blakeney says, well said to Mr. Harass. Um, all humans come from continent of Africa. I'm sure they do. Um, you know, I remember going through school and them teaching about the evolution and all that good stuff, and I learned a lot, but there's so much that I've probably forgotten about it that, I try not to. I know that life is a continuous cycle, and it starts somewhere and it ends somewhere. And what's at the beginning, at the end, before the beginning, and at the end, you'll never know until you have faith in something. When you have faith, if you believe in that you just die and you die, that's your belief, and I won't criticize anybody for that. I believe there is something after this. What it is, I don't know. Is it a heaven? Is it a hell? Is it a... I until that day, we'll never know. I've had a couple life-changing experiences in my life. I've been in accidents where I've almost died. There was one point I almost drowned surfing in Costa Rica, and I definitely saw something. I saw something beyond beyond reality. What that was I close to maybe death, or maybe I was close to being passed out? I don't know, but I saw something that made me realize that life is a little bit more precious than we take it for. And you can take that for what it is. I don't know what it is. I just know that there's something beyond here. Is it another life? I don't know. But who knows? And until that day, and I hope you find what it is that you do believe in that takes you to that next place. Give me 1 second. Hey, what's up, bro? Yeah, you're good, man. Can I call you right back, man? I'm doing a live video. Hey, everybody, Mr. Jenkins, hold on, bro. Say hi to everybody, man. You're on speaker. Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Top 350 ZX is here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But anyway, let me call you right back, dude.
Absolutely.
All right, bro. But anyway, yeah, and that was another guy. He's part of Florida Carry. He's an awesome, amazing guy. I call him Mr. Jenkins. He's got a channel. You should get over to his channel. He's got another perspective of the Miami incident as well. Really cool guy. When I first met him, he was half my knowledge base because I would always pick his brain, give him calls, and he runs pretty much down from Key West all the way up to, I want to say, Boynton, or it's right on the cusp of the end of Palm Beach, and he helps we all do events or gatherings from all the way down to the Key West, all the way up to pretty much North Volusia. So if you hear about any of these gatherings that we're having along the coast over here, a lot of them are coming from either myself or Mr. Jenkins. Cop 350 ZX, he does a lot up in the northern half, up in the Jacksonville area. He's another amazing guy. He's got some videos out there, so if you can get on his channel and check him out, because he does have a lot of stuff that, like I said, he's up in the Jacksonville area. But let's see. Yeah. Yeah, Nicholas Vader says Canada's law is odd. It can change at any time, and it is built upon function of the weapon. For example, all AR variants are banned. All AK variants are banned. By named Taver was fine. Hey, Mark, stop calling me, bro. I don't want to put you on live, dude. I'll call you back. But anyway, Solly Ecker, read this comment, 10 minutes. I think, Memory Decipher says, I think God may have used aliens to create and genetically guide our species here on Earth, just his theory. And if you didn't hear, I heard something about there's 500,000 people about the bum rush Area 51 or something. I don't know how true that one is, but it was in the Washington Post, and I guess there's some kind of Area 51 Facebook um, Facebook thing. If you guys want, check that out. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, bro. Yeah, and I'm trying to catch up with him, man. Anyway, we're gonna skip over some of these. 10 minutes ago. No, not 10 minutes ago. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, look here, buddy. I'm gonna call you back, dude. All right, Mr. James Madison. Let's call you back.
James Massonato here.
Yeah, I think you're harassing me too much. If you could, don't maybe put you on a block.
If there's a Florida statute for that there.
What are you talking about? What do you? No. Time out. YouTube, Google, all those guys. They don't follow under any statute, man. They do what they want. So I do what I want.
Gotcha. Well, the reason why I was calling is I was going to let you know because it's hard for you to read chat. You're doing a great job. I saw that you answered the phone there for Steve. I thought this was a radio call we're going to call in, but I was going to tell you, just swap over on your app there from top chat to live chat, then you won't read those comments that are like from the beginning of the stream.
I gotcha. Live chat.
Go to this,
Oh, so it basically flips it around. Instead of I start seeing at the top the new ones instead of vice versa.
Yeah, that's it. There you go. And that way you'll read and it'll be more relevant when you're in there. But man, I wish you were going to this Florida Carrier event this weekend because I would like to, figure something out.
Yeah, dude, if I could have paid him, I was trying to pay him to get out of work, man.
Yeah.
I did everything I could.
Solo yacker for house. I'll chat with you later.
All right, bro. All right, later. But that was Mr. James Madison. Yeah, and just to let you know, if you want, even for all like Mr. Harass, Cop 350ZX, I mean, just about any of you guys, if you ever want to have like almost like a chat back and forth, and you want to get on to like almost like a podcast where I can grab like 2-3 of you and we sit around, we want to talk about gun stuff or what's coming up or bills or things that are really affecting our gun community, please shoot me an email at soliacker2, the number 2, at gmail.com, because I would love to try to set up. I've been thinking about. I've got it's got a great way to. I send you a link, and we both can at the same time. We can be on that platform, and we can basically go live on YouTube, and we can have a discussion, and really try to get some information out there. So I mean, I remember Decipher, you as well. I mean, we could go back and forth and talk about how crazy gun laws are in Tennessee compared to Florida or wherever you guys are. Even Newfoundland. Reach out to me, man. I would love to get your opinions of how your gun laws compare to American gun laws. If we can really try to focus and grab people from every side that are 2A supportive, and you're in a very restrictive 2A area, I would love to have you on this channel, and we could sit there and talk about what is happening in your state or in your country, and we can really start trying to help. I can't say that as a state representative I could help Newfoundland, but maybe what we do here would help Newfoundland, as somebody else is like, oh, well, we look at Florida's the way they did it and we try to do it here, maybe that would help. I don't know. Anything anything can help. If you don't try, nothing will happen. If you do try, things will happen. So, let's see. No, you're out of here, bro. Yeah, that guy's gone, dude. I don't know. Yeah. I don't even want that guy here. That guy's gone. Mr. Rasseraz laughed his ass off. Yeah, that I didn't. I thought I blocked him. That dude, he came back. I put him on, I guess, timeout, not out of here. So he's out of here. Out of here. Get out of here. Her Hemstrom says, I hope your channel hits 10K or more this year, and I really hope so too. It just hit 8,000. So Mr. Madison, get out there and audit, man. The only way these people are gonna watch you is get out there and audit and get out there and audit. I mean, I know you just did another one just recently, and that one really well. But get out there and audit. You definitely need good content, if you know what I mean. Good content. Let me see. Yeah. What is that? I'm not sure how to even say that. Vepras Kaslat. Not. He says, I support you, brother, and I support you too back, bro. I don't want to mess up your name, man. I'm not even sure how to pronounce that. But I support it. Memo Red Spectrum says 10K is coming, and I'm hoping so. Especially with the video that I have coming out very shortly. It is going to be the Riviera Beach at the easternmost point of Florida. Just to give you a little, I'm not even going to give you a teaser, it's going to be the full-length video, but just to let you know, they showed up with ARs, alright? Showed up with ARs. Memory Decipher asked, is there any updates on the 911 calls? I'm waiting for a phone call back. And, yeah, waiting on that phone call. As soon as I get that phone call, I can, actually, I did know. Let me rephrase that. I got them from Brevard County Sheriff's Office. I owe them 17 and change for them. Once I send them the $17, I'm broke as all can be right now. I just paid rent and all that good stuff. I'm not asking for money. I'm just saying I've taken care of all my bills that I've needed to take care of. I still have food on the table, roof over my head, food in the stomach, baby's good, everything's good. It's just, things happen where, you spend your money to where you have to, support your family, and that's where I'm at. So life goes on. I'll make it. I only have a couple more days, so I'll get more money. So, and plus I ride for Uber and all that good stuff. So it's not like I don't have money coming in. It's just a majority of what I had to pay for bills is gone. But 10K is coming. Any news on the jetty outing? As of right now, that jetty outing is still in full effect. We are going to be we're good to go. I am in contact with a couple different lawyers that have been really researching getting into this. I do have another video coming. I may not post that until after the event or the gathering, because I do have to send that video to the lawyers so that they can review it, so that they understand what I did, or not what I did, but they understand what's in the video, so that they understand about the park. And that's pretty much, that's all I really want to say much about that, because it's still coming. But as soon as I send Brevard County that like $18, they'll get processing. They know of it, so I'm sure they've already been working on it. They just have to get the money to work on it, to get it to me, and then they'll have all that stuff. Oh, I know who you are. Yeah, your name, I got you. I know who you are now. How's work going? We're gonna call you Vapra. Vapra, we're gonna call you Vapor right now. What's up? I remember you now, and I hope you're doing well. And Jetty Park is coming. We are good to go. From what I understand and what I've read through the rules and regulations and their tariffs and all that stuff, long as we're within accordance of Florida state law, and that's what I've read. What I've read and what we're going through right now, as this process is going through, as long as we are within accordance of state law, we are good to go. That's about as much as I can really talk about it, because I don't want, if people are watching, I don't want them to understand everything that's going on, but we are working on it. Oh man, let's see. Please get to Kiwi Farms. Yeah, Wyatt Herb says, or Arab says, does camping count? And I'm from there's a campground there, and once again, from what I've read, as long as we're in accordance with state law, everything there is okay. But I I'm really not I'm really not asking people to go out there. I don't suggest it yet. Um, a lot of times with at places that I've never been, the first time is usually a good time for at least people know. And if police ever do show up at these places, they're like, oh, I wasn't sure if you could carry there, and we do carry there, and we have police interactions like, oh yeah, it's fine. That makes it a lot safer for people. I've never been here. I've been there to go fishing, but I've never gone there to open carry and even to carry a firearm. I've never really been there to carry a firearm or anything. It was just a fish. So it's going to be, I can say the least, it is going to be very interesting to see what is going to happen. There's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of moving parts in this that I do have going. So I want to let you know that we are, as of right now, we have about a month to go. We are all safe to go there and fish. And for the people that are going there to go camping, under the law, we are good to go. Let's see. Now, this, I know everybody here is going to be like, oh, what? But yes, under Florida law, under Florida state law, if they ask for ID, I'm going to say no. I will say 100% no all day. I'm like, I have no ID, I don't carry ID. But the second that they start asking for a fishing license, by law, by law, you have to provide your fishing license if you are engaged in fishing. If you are fishing, you have to prove that you have a fishing license, and there's no way around it. I'm not sure if you will get arrested. More than likely, it's probably going to be a fine that you'll have to go to. They usually don't arrest people, but because you're carrying a firearm, and because you have to have, all your documentation that you're a lawful fisherman, I'm not 100% that they wouldn't take you to jail. But that's the unfortunate part. If they ask for my ID, I'm saying no. 100% no. The second they ask, if they're like, oh, you have to have a fishing license, I'm like, well, you didn't ask for a fishing license, you asked for my ID. And I don't have an ID, I have a fishing license. Oh, and at that part of what I have on video, you do not need a fishing license at this fishing park. So, when we do go there, they can come and ask for fishing licenses all day long, but while we're on that pier, we are protected under state law, because that pier does not need a fishing license, because at the entrance of the park, you're paying to come into the park, so I guess they're including the fishing license into that. So that is going to be an amazing thing. So if the police do show up, at least we can say no, 100%, because once again, I don't, no matter what I'm doing, the only thing I carry with me is my phone that has my fishing license on it through the app. That's the only way that I have access to it. That's the only way they can search me all they want, and they're only going to pull out, some magazines, a phone, maybe some smokes and stuff like that, some cigarettes when I say smokes, and that's about it. I mean, there's usually nothing. I refrain from bringing anything that has my name on it, or my first and last name, or anything that has my date of birth. So, yeah. Eric Wyatt Earp says launch day has tons of police and plenty of news reporters. I haven't checked in on it recently. When I first created this gathering, it was almost like 4 months ago. So with Florida, you know how Florida is. These shuttle launches go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. I haven't checked it recently, but as of when I looked at it last, there was still a shuttle launch. So I'm really hoping that all works out. Hopefully we have a shuttle launch, we have plenty of cruise ships, and hopefully we have a great day and somebody actually catches the fish. It's just unfortunate sometimes we don't catch fish as a group, but every now and again I'll go out by myself and I'll end up catching a fish. So sometimes we get lucky. That's why it's fishing. It's not catching. Don't think that we're all a bunch of professional fishermen that just go out and just catch fish all day, every day. So that's just not how it works, everybody. But just to let you know, I'm almost at an hour. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna check out these last few comments. Eric Q says the phone call at Jetty Park, the Jetty with Jetty Park at the Canaveral didn't sound positive, and it didn't sound positive. And right after that phone call, I was on the phone with a couple different lawyers, a couple of our board of directors through Florida Carry, and we were on. From that point, we were basically on a searching laws, searching statutes, searching tariffs, searching this, you name it, we were searching it, and from what I'm being told, as of now, with still a month to go, so if you're interested in this gathering, make sure you subscribe, make sure you're paying attention to my channel for at least the next 3 weeks. If you don't see anything that happens in the next 3 weeks, we are still good to go, and we're 100% to go. So, but I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna get through a few more of these comments. Eric Brandt, new channel. Out West Zip says thanks Yacker, no worries, I appreciate you. White Herb said no, we don't need the fishing license on the Jetty Park. I thought Playa Linda was on the West Coast. I believe there is. I know that it is in Florida, but I believe it is on the West Coast. Here, Nicholas Vader says here you could have weed on you too, small amounts at least. Well, you know, and that's part of taxes, like some of the tax revenue I really want to try to do. If we can go full constitutional, or sorry, I'm saying full recreational marijuana here, it would allow billions of dollars of tax revenue that would actually just almost make it to where we wouldn't have to raise our taxes, or even have to. I mean, there would be enough. I would feel there would be enough money to really help certain areas of Florida yearly with that money. So I want to say it is a SpaceX Falcon launch. It's definitely a rocket launch, not a shuttle. I always say shuttle. I was born in I'm an 80s, 79, 80 baby, and I grew up with the shuttles. You know, the whole NASA program, going there as a kid. I've been there probably about 15 times growing up. And the place was awesome, so I'm always used to saying shuttle when they're actually rockets. Take care, brother. I appreciate you for stopping in. I appreciate all you for getting in here. Yeah, I've read that entire, from all of it. I think it's like roughly 50 bad boy vape reviews. He said he read the entire 16 tariffs that are in there, and it has nothing in there has anything to do with firearms. And then the guy was like, "Oh, it'll be in the next month," and I'm like, "All right, well," I'm like, "It's amazing how you can just change things from week to week, month to month." So, and I don't know if that is constitutional or not. And yeah, I will always keep posting everything here, anything open carry, anything gun related, anything politically, I mean, anything that I think that may pertain to you guys that you would want to see, I will definitely post it. Playa Linda is one of the famous, because you get to see a lot more, I'm sure. We're going straight to the Canaveral right there at the inlet. Rambo Rob, I love you. You're out here. We all got to get back together. And we're all the way through the comments. I thank everybody. I appreciate all of you. Yeah, I try to post lawful activity most of the time. And for right now, what we're doing is lawful. You know, there's been a couple instances where I've walked up on no fishing signs, and if you happen to do that, as soon as you see the sign, or if you know you're in no fishing sign, get out of there, because more than likely they're going to come there and try to give you a trespass warning. Be careful of any kind of national security plays. If you go to like out here in Stewart, we have the Stewart locks or the St. Lucie locks. Don't go out there in open carry. It's a national security area. Can't go there. We also have the power plant here. It's on the island, the Hutchinson Island, in here in I guess Port St. Lucie, Fort Pierce area. Don't go there. national security area. We also have the Savannas. The Savannas runs from, I believe, all the way down in north of me, which is in Fort Pierce, and runs all the way down to Jensen Beach. That place is off limits as of right now. I have been trying to talk with another a state representative that is in office, and every time I talk to her, I get nowhere with it, and I'll just keep bugging. I say bugging. I'm trying not to bug her, but the only way to make yourself known is to be up in their face and actually speaking about it, and that's what I have to do, is just to keep talking to her and try to get her to listen, and try to hopefully get that little statute lifted so that we can actually open carry inside the Savannas, because there's great bass fishing. They've got a lot of great things in there. So if you haven't, get on this live chat, all that good stuff. Find all your favorite people on here, get on their channel. Don't forget, get onto my channel, send your friends, hit that like, share, and that subscribe button. I appreciate all of you. I thank you, everybody. I can't say thank you enough for watching, and let's shoot for 10K. 10K by the end of the year. And by the end of the year, I'm going to be giving away a firearm. It's going to be the Smith & Wesson, your choice, in 9mm, 40, or 45. So get on there, share all my content, get my name out there. Help me grow as a channel. And I thank all of you. I can't say thank you enough. And I'm going to say, Soliaker, deuces.